Please. Information. In which language would you like to take the oath?
Bentika Das have been elected as a member of the lower house of the Youth Parliament. Do swear of God that I will bear the faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. Jai Hind.
Srimati Umia Khatun, who stands from the Gurgaon constituency of Haryana, will take the oath of affirmation. Srimati Umia Khatun, please take the. Do you like to take the oath of affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
English, please. I, Umia Khatun, have been elected as a member of the lower house of the Youth Parliament. Do swear in the name of God that I will bear the faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. Thank you.
At first, I would like to thank all the members who have assembled here in the summer session of the Youth Parliament 2023. Also, I would like to welcome our two newly elected members, Shrimati Ayantika Das from Jamshedpur constituency of Jharkhand and Shrimati Umia Khatun from Gurgaon constituency of Haryana. Honorable Speaker, I hope this session of the Youth Parliament will turn out very effective, and I hope all the members of the Parliament will abide by the rules and regulations and will not by any means try to harm anyone's prestige. Honorable Speaker, when we first came to power in the year 2014, India was facing a number of challenges. The economy was stagnant, corruption was rampant, and the poor and marginalized were being left behind. But over the past 8 years, we have made significant progress in addressing these challenges. We have launched a number of transformative programs such as PM Jan Dhan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and many more. These programs have helped to improve the lives of millions of Indians. We have also made significant progress in improving the economy. We have reduced the fiscal deficit, lowered interest, and improved the ease of doing business. As a result, the Indian economy is now the fastest growing economy in the world. Honorable Speaker, in addition to our economic and social development programs, we have also made progress in strengthening national security. We have conducted successful surgical strikes and air strikes against terrorist camps in Pakistan, and we have brought down the number of terrorist attacks in India. Honorable Speaker, we are proud of the work that we have done over the past 8 years. But we know that there is still more work to be done. In the coming years, we will continue to work to improve the lives of all Indians and to make India a stronger, more prosperous, and more inclusive country. Thank you.
Now it is the time of the commencement of the question hour of the parliament session.
The government has even launched a number of awareness campaigns that have been running through the variety of channels, including television, radio, and social media. The government efforts to combat cybercrime have had some success. All the number of cybercrime complaints are increasing, but the national conviction are also increasing. But we assured the parliament that with a very little time, we are going to suppress such problems with an iron hand. Thank you.
any suggestion of the opposition leader?
As the government ministers say that they are also rising the conviction rate, but in 2019, only 15% of the conviction rate was decreased with a peak. And after so many programs taken to reduce the cyber crimes in India, still the India ranked fourth position in reporting cyber crimes, which is harming also the economic system of the country. In terms of cybersecurity, it ranks 10. But why in terms of cyber crimes reporting, it ranks 4th? I want to answer on this, my honorable speaker.
Sure, shortly the big problem will get solved. So I request again the Home Minister of the ruling government to please answer the question.
The government efforts to combat cybercrime have had some success. And although the number of cybercrime complaints are increasing, but the margin of conviction are also increasing. And we assure the parliament that with very little time, we are going to suppress such problems with an iron hand. So, little by little, we are trying our best to suppress all the problems that related to cybercrime. It will take some time, but slowly and steadily, we will be suppressing all of the cybercrime problems related to the things that the opposition party just mentioned. And soon, within a short period of time, we will surely be able to suppress the cybercrime going on with an iron hand. Thank you.
Any more suggestion?
Sir, as our Home Minister has mentioned that the number of cyber crimes complaints are increasing, but as well as the number of convictions are also increasing. So, the opposition must understand that the government is working very hard on it, and soon it will be, sir. Yeah, it will be. The problem will be solved.
My question is to the healthcare minister. Why are there no good facilities in hospitals as well as medical college in Arunachal Pradesh and major northeastern states? As Arunachal has only one government medical college compared to Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, as Maharashtra has approximately 1,47,382 medical college that they produce doctor each year, and Tamil Nadu produce approximately 1,03,822 doctors each year. But in Arunachal Pradesh, they produce at least 510. And even the ratio of doctors are less in many rural places of India. So, what the government is planning to do to make Arunachal Pradesh equal to Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu in producing doctors each year, and to make the ratio of doctors more in a rural place? Thank you.
Although we lack some of the major healthcare equipments and medical professionals, but I would like to state that the focus of the government right now is expanding the number of hospitals, updating scientific infrastructure. The doctors to population ratio is also increasing rapidly as the government is dedicated to educate and recruit new medical professionals. The government also took some key initiatives like Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, launched in September 2018, is a flagship health insurance scheme aimed at providing health coverage to economically vulnerable section of the society. It offers cashless treatment for a range of illness and producers to eligible beneficiaries in both public and implant private hospitals. National Health Mission (NHM) is centrally sponsored program that aims to provide accessible, affordable, and quality healthcare to rural and urban population. It focuses on improving healthcare infrastructure,
strengthening public health systems and supporting initiatives such as maternal and child health immunization and communicable diseases control. Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Janashuddhi Prayojana. This initiative seeks to provide affordable generic medicines to the masses through Jan Ashuddhi Kendras. These schemes are established across the country to offer generic drugs at significantly lower price, making healthcare accessible and affordable. National Digital Healthcare Mission introduced in 2020, the NDHM aims to create unified digital platform for the storage and exchange of health records, facilitate telemedicine service, and improve access to health information. It seeks to promote transparency, efficiency, and accountability in health sector. Strengthening health infrastructure, the government has focused on improving healthcare infrastructure across the country. This includes establishment of new medical colleges and hospitals, upgrading existing facilities, and strengthening healthcare services in rural areas. Thank you.
The Davulina Roy, Health Minister of ruling government, please answer to the suggestion placed by Srimati Amethyst Roy.
As I mentioned earlier, I would like to state that the focus of the government right now is expanding the number of hospitals, updating scientific infrastructure. The doctors to population ratio is also increasing rapidly as the government is dedicated to educate and recruit many medical professionals.
That in the upcoming days, they are trying to increase the number of hospitals. So are you satisfied with this?
About the medical colleges, not hospitals in Arunachal Pradesh.
Then colleges
As there
is
is-
on working, colleges, as outgone making it clear, medical colleges are working, that means the very hospitals are going on playing the role of college. The medical hospitals are also going on playing the role of college. So it has been clarified. Any more suggestion? Ritika Singh. Now I'd like to request Srimati Ritika Singh.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for allowing me to ask a question. So, my question is, in India, though there is enough scope for the development of industries, as India is rich in mineral resources, but the resources are not exploited properly, which lack India in the process of industrialization. Honorable Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister of ruling government. Why is there a slow progress in the growth of industrialization, and why the national industrial policy of India is still old-fashioned? So, what steps the ruling government will take to ensure the growth in industrialization to make India a developed country? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now I'd like to request the Prime Minister of the ruling government to please place his answer regarding the question asked by the member of opposition party, Srimati Ritika Singh.
Honorable Speaker, with your permission, may I refer the question to our Agriculture Minister,
Yeah, you can.
Trade and Commerce Minister, sorry.
You can.
Yeah.
The government has provided various equipment for the advancement of the industrialization sector. Though we agree that the national industrial policy of India is still a work in progress, but it has been updated several times in recent years to take into account new challenges and opportunities, and we are even successful to some extent. Moreover, India is not yet a developed country, it is a developing country. So little by little we are trying our best to make change and make the industrial sector better from what it was during the rule of the opposition party. Recently, the India economy has become one of the fastest growing economies, so we can ensure you that we will be trying our level best to make as much advancement as possible in the upcoming years. Thank you.
Any suggestion, Srimati Ritika Singh? Are you satisfied? Thank you. Moving forward, Now I request the member of the opposition, Srimati Rashia Singha, to place her opinion before the ruling government.
Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I would like to ask to the Road and Transport Minister. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, in India, the roads are not constructed in the best way, which lead many road incidents and accidents. The national highway roads are which connecting district with district, state with state are found unsurfaced and so on. When roads are not well maintained, they can pose a serious risk to the drivers and passengers and the travelers. And the other roads defect can cause accidents and fatality, particularly in area with heavy traffic. So, Honorable Speaker, my question to the Road and Transport Minister is, why the roads are not properly constructed in case Silchar to Guwahati roads? That's all, Honorable Speaker.
Now I like to request the Ministry of Road and Transport, Srimati Abinika Bhattacharya, to place her opinion regarding the question asked by Srimati Rashia Singha, the member of the opposition.
Well, Honorable Speaker, the government of Assam is deeply concerned about the growth in the number of road accidents, injuries and fatalities in recent years. The government of India further recognized that as road accidents involve roads, motor vehicles as also the human beings' road safety needs to be addressed in a holistic basis. In order to achieve a significant improvement in road safety, the government of India will strengthen the system, driver licensing and training to improve the competence and capability of drivers. Road safety knowledge and awareness will be created amongst the population through education, training and publicity. Comprehensive road safety education will also focus on school children and college going students. The government will take appropriate measures to assist various state and other government to strengthen and improve the quality of improvement in order to ensure effective and uniform implementation of safety laws. The government will strive to ensure that all persons involved in road accidents benefit from speedy and effective trauma care and management. That's all. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Are you satisfied with the answer placed by the Ministry of Road and Transport, Srimati Abinika Bhattacharya?
Honorable Speaker, it's been 8 years ago, the government did not take any action.
So my question is to the Ministry of Road and Transport, Srimati Abinika Bhattacharya. What is your progress regarding the question asked by the member of the opposition, Srimati Rashia Singha?
We are trying to best for road construction from Silchar to Guwahati because of landslide. We are trying to best.
So Srimati Rashia Singha, the member of the opposition, landslide is going on coming to be one of the common issue in case of the road between Silchar to Guwahati. So are you satisfied with the answer placed by? Yeah.
It's been 8 years. What does the government is doing improving the roads between Silchar to Guwahati? That is related, as she has mentioned, stated that there are many landslides between the road to Silchar to Guwahati. What are the measures they are taking to stop these landslides and preventing it?
Now my question is to the Prime Minister of the ruling government. What scheme or what measure they are taking to stop the landslide between Silchar and Guwahati?
Honorable Speaker, as landslides are natural calamities, so we have taken many measures to control this. But see, but the opposition must understand that we are not more than that of God. Then even sir, I guess the opposition party did not put any efforts while researching on this topic on poor condition of roads, because they mentioned that the roads between Guwahati and Silchar are very they're poorly constructed. But I think during their time the condition of their roads were much more worse than it is now in our road.
Any more suggestion from the member of the opposition?
Sir, Honorable Speaker, I agree during our rule and control, we have not done any much
Confirmation.
concentration in roads, but it's the time of their rule. They have all the powers, they have all the constituency powers.
To go on clarifying is, landslide is a natural issue. None can avoid it.
Yes, sir. But what specific measures they have taken to reduce these landslides and construct good?
As I am repeating it, landslide is a natural issue. No one can avoid it.
But what measures are taken to do this? What measures? What specific measures?
Yeah.
I guess the opposition party doesn't have enough common sense to know that landslide is a natural calamity and it is not in our hands. It is God who can control it. We are not God. So we cannot control it. And we already mentioned that we are taking various measures to control the stuff that is going on caused by land calamities. But as the opposition party mentioned that what are we doing to stop the natural calamities? So I would just like to say that the natural calamity is a natural disaster and it is not in our hands. So the opposition party must understand it and stop questioning over it, as it is not in our hands and we are not nowhere equal God.
Any more suggestion from the member of the opposition?
Honorable Speaker, what measure are they getting to prevent it?
As they have told it, as they have clarified it, that landslide is a natural issue. They are not God. The ruling government are not going on playing the role of God. Yeah, you are permitted.
Honorable Speaker, as they mentioned that Silchar to Guwahati road, it is a natural disaster. But in case of Nagpur, there is no any natural disaster. Why that Nagpur roads are so bad?
Now I request the Prime Minister of the ruling government to answer to the question placed by the member of the opposition.
Honorable Speaker, I guess our railway minister, our transport minister might have answered, might have mentioned the schemes and programs which which is going on, and yeah. So I thought they might have. Might have not understood, or they might they were distracted from they were distracted while the transport minister was speaking, sir. And even if we say about schemes, the work is going on, and within a short span of time, we assure the parliament that the problem will be solved.
So the issue started with the road which is connecting, which is between Silchar to Guwahati. But the issue went on Nagpur. So the very question is going on coming to be baseless. So moving forward, now I like to request the member of the opposition, Prachi Das, to place her question or opinion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, to allow me to ask question. My question is for Prime Minister. Why the farmers are facing problems regarding lack of water, lack of agricultural machine, lack of food, lack of storage facilities, lack of ability of water of irrigation.
Honorable Speaker, our government has launched Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana to provide employment to the poor. It also aimed at providing food to people in areas who live below the poverty line and improving their nutritional levels. Other objectives of this Yojana were to provide social and economic assets to the people living in rural areas. The scheme did not include the employment of contractors and middlemen. The Atal Bhujal Yojana, India's largest community-led groundwater management program in helping improve. Okay. Our government has recently provided as 80% subsidy on machinery and equipment for farmers to maintain the stubble. Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. In this scheme, the government offers 100% subsidy depending on the ongoing project. It further aims to assist the advancement of farming sector. National Food Security Mission is also launched for improving the machinery. Even Gramin Bhandaran Yojana or Rural Godown scheme is an government initiative to offer subsidies to individuals on organizations which build on repair rural godowns. Well, honorable Speaker, the allegations put on by opposition are baseless, and the government is continuously working on improving is going on helping the farmers in the sector of agriculture, and even it is improving the machineries and all those things. So I think the oppositions are a bunch of fools who don't have any proper knowledge over the and even their allegations are baseless.
Any suggestion from the member of the opposition? Singer to place his question before the ruling government.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. True Honorable Speaker, I'd like to question to the Honorable Minister of Women and Child Welfare that as per the recent information, the opposition sees that women's safety issues have grown vertically with a steady jump in rape, sexual harassment, honor killing, human trafficking, forced prostitution, and domestic violence cases. Your Honorable Speaker, I'd like to ask that why are women unsafe in India even after so many years of independence? That's all, Honorable Speaker.
The Minister of Child and Women Welfare of the ruling party, Srimati L. Regina Devi, to place her answer regarding the question asked by the member of opposition.
Speaker, as we know, today in India, women are leading in every non-sector. The President of India herself is a woman. If we see in education, space research, and even corporate sector, there is high rate of women participation. Although we accept that the safety issues of women in India is a very concurring matter, but the government can assure the parliament that is taking exclusive measures to bring equality, safety, and justice for women. We have been implementing various schemes for women's safety, and even our women are well aware these days. The crime rate against women will eventually go down. That's all, Honorable.
Any suggestion from the member of the opposition?
As the minister of the ruling said that she is taking measures. Where are the measures? Why we can see in case of Haryana these women are facing so many inequalities. That's all, Honorable Speaker.
The Minister of Child and Women Welfare, Srimati L. Regina Devi, to place her opinion regarding the very cases.
Honorable Although women's safety is major issue in India, but presently the women in India are much more safer than they were during the rule of the opposition party. The women in India can come out of their home without any fear, which was not so during the time of the previous government, and even 80% of Indian women believe that they are very safe in the society. During the past 8 years of our ruling, we have taken various actions to address the issue of women's safety in India, many of which were very successful. We have launched various awareness campaigns in society, especially in rural areas, to remove patriarchal and mindset of people. We have also launched various programs such as the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao program, which aim to promote education of the and remove the gender gap in education and violence against women. The Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana and the National Skill Development to provide training and skill to women, mainly to the poor women who are poor and may more likely traffic or fall into pollution, so that they can get better job opportunities. To ensure women's safety in India, the government has been released some helpline numbers such as 181 and set many one-stop centers in the country to provide integrated support and assistance to women. The Criminal Law Act 2018 is enhanced, which increased the punishment for rape, other forms of sexual violence against women. It also introduced new provisions to protect victims for sexual violence, such as the right to compensation and right to privacy. The number of crimes against women has declined in recent years. However, there is still more work to be done. But we assure the Parliament we are working hard and there would hardly crime against women in near future. Additionally, the government has done much work to increase literacy rate in women.
Okay, Srimati L. Regina Devi. Okay. Yeah.
Honorable Speaker, I have a question regarding this. As the government has taken many measures, but why there is an increase in rape cases in those of the states such as Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, New Delhi, Haryana, etc. What are the measures taken by the government? I want to know.
Again, I request Srimati L. Regina Devi to place her opinion regarding the question raised by the member of the opposition, Srimati Saleha Begum.
So, as it is a sensitive issue, so we don't like to answer it. But though we will answer, as our minister has mentioned earlier that the women's in India are much more safer than they were during their rule. Even 80% of women's believe that they are.
Honorable Speaker, I have a question regarding this. During the 2016, there was an increase of rape cases about 38,947. Then why it happens? During our rule, it was not like this. During our rule, it was only about 20,000, 24,000. But why it happens during their rule?
I have mentioned earlier, so the minister has mentioned that the government has enacted the Criminal Act 2018, which has even which has increased the
Okay.
If they have taken any measures and they arrest those perpetrators, then why they are releasing those perpetrators and and what are the measures taken by them in those cases?
Recently, as per my concern, the Supreme Court has issued one notice that the very culprit of rape case, the very one who did that means evil thing, will be given harsh punishment like death sentence. Recently, the Supreme Court has announced.
But Honorable Speaker, it is not practiced during their rule. Means recently it is not
During
practiced.
their rule, the Supreme Court has announced.
I think, sir, it was in our during our rule. It was in the Nirbhaya case, which was passed in 2012. It was not done in our It was not done in our during their rule. Right now, it is not.
The very case about which you are speaking, it was coming to be very lengthy. So, I assured,
Honorable Speaker, I think the opposition might have not researched over that particular case because Nirbhaya case, it happened during their ride, and even the culprits have got their have got their punishments, and even they have reached to the house of God or hell, even we can say hell. So I think this is my particular answer.
I am satisfied. Moving towards the next. Now I request the member of the opposition, Sri Vishwaraj Das, to place his question.
With your permission, I would like to question to the Education Minister. Why does this new education policy lack adequate resource for implementation? As you know that this new education policy was introduced in the year 2020 and till now, in the year 2023, only one state, Karnataka, has implemented this new education policy. And how does the government plan to enroll a higher ratio of students through this new education policy? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now I like to request the Education Minister of ruling government, Srimati Risha Das, to place her opinion regarding the question asked by the member of opposition, Sri Vishwaraj Das.
Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I would like to answer the question put on by the opposition. May I?
Yeah, you are permitted.
The opposition must first realize that the NEP is one of the greatest reform ever placed by any government. It's a new idea and thus requires some time to get implemented. The resources are continuously being upgraded, and although right now we lack adequate resources, but we can assure it that the implementation will do gradually and successfully.
This very quickly, but it's been 3 years now. Why they are not taking action upon making this new education policy mandatory? Thank you, Speaker.
To make it clear to the member of the opposition, India was going through a period of that pandemic in the year 2020 when that new education policy was launched. On the very year, in the year 2020, lockdown was declared. Henceforth, the ruling government can't implement it quickly. They are implementing it slowly and steadily. Now I request the member of the opposition, Srimati Monisha Burman, to place her opinion, to place her question.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to raise the question to the Honorable Finance Minister that, as we know, during the 1980s, when the population growth rate was increasing rapidly, the property taxes was stable. But now, even though the population growth rate have decreased and we have eliminated the risk of population explosion, why the property taxes not decreasing in the country? As per the data, population growth rate in 1980 was 2.29%, In 2000, it was 1.84%, and in 2023, it is 0.81%. That's all.
Now, Minister of the ruling government, Sri Punnarik Rai, to place his opinion regarding the question asked by the member of the opposition, Srimati Monisha Burman.
With your permission, I would like to answer the question put on by the opposition.
Yeah, you are permitted.
Honorable Speaker, the Honorable MP of the opposition must realize and understand basic economic first before asking such type of questions. As we know, Honorable Speaker, the price hike is in any commodity or even property is directly related to the supply and demand. We have a growing population, although the growth rate is going down. Thanks to our effort, we are making progress in it. The previous government did nothing to control this particular issue and is now blaming us, asking for solution. Property tax is paid by the property or landowners of a state to the municipal authorities so that they have access to basic maintenance, civic amenities. Now, when the maintenance cost of such service raises, certainly there will be a rise in taxes. Honorable Speaker, tax levied by government on their citizens to generate income for undertaking projects.
As I mentioned, during the 1980s, when the population growth rate was increasing rapidly, but our government maintained the property taxes and it was stable. But now, even though the property growth rate is decreasing, but why the property taxes are not decreasing in our country?
Honorable Speaker, tax levied by government on their citizens to generate income for undertaking project to boost the economy of the country and to raise the standard of living of its citizens. Honorable Speaker, policymakers in several states are reviewing options to strengthen support for public investment crucial to state economy and residents well-being such as quality early education necessary funds is to raise personal income tax rates on the highest income, a policy choice sometimes referred to as a million tax. This approach makes sense. Evidence indicates it can generate substantial revenue for public investment that boosts state productivity in the long run without harming economic growth in the short term. That's all, Honorable Speaker.
Right.
As you know, home prices since 2021 had increased at unprecedented rates as the economy has emerged from the downturn of 2020. Record low mortgage rates and a shortage of home for sale have been primary drivers of this phenomenon. The government basically did nothing to control this particular issue, and its result blaming us, saying our party did nothing when we were in power. Housing prices in India have surged during the first quarter of 2020, with average price across all the major real estate market being close to 7% year on year, according to several reports. Experts are anticipating that housing prices skyrocketed in 2023 due to various reasons, including the surge in raw materials, logistics, etc. My question was simple, asking the government to understand the pain of common people in India and provide solutions to our
See, your question makes sense, however you lack information. The price hikes is not just limited to Indian market. It is affected by global market condition. Honorable Speaker, the opposition must study the global market first of all.
Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Finance Minister shall maintain the discipline in the Parliament.
I request all the members of the ruling government to maintain the decorum of the Parliament.
Sorry, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the price hike is mainly due to increase in production cost after the COVID-19 scenario. However, government has been taking exclusive measures to take down the prices of essential commodities, and it will be implemented in a gradual manner. The opposition must be aware of these facts, Honorable Speaker. It is hard to reduce the inflation because of supply and demand. When workers receive higher pay, they are able to afford more goods with increased demand. And if production is low, prices increase its production, that will take down prices ultimately. To control inflation, we must not afford to trigger hyperinflation, that is, by reducing the prices of goods excessively might disturb the natural balance of supply and demand. Honorable Speaker, our country may see a situation like Sri Lanka and Pakistan, where the government failed to control the prices of commodities without understanding supply and demand. That's all, my Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. Moving more.
Honorable Speaker, sir, what are the measures taken by the government to control this price hike?
Actually, the ruling government is going on mentioning that they will lessen it shortly. They are going on trying to lessen it. So it will take time for the ruling government.
Honorable Speaker, see, just like I mentioned before, the price hike is related to supply and demand. If you can't understand it, the government can't explain you
Maintain the
further.
decorum.
Maintain your discipline.
Honorable Speaker,
Now I request all the members of the opposition to maintain the decorum. Okay. Moving towards, you should go on addressing the speakers, not to the particular minister or member of opposition. Now, the member of the opposition, Srimati Tanisha Dev, to place her question before the ruling government.
Thank you, sir, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, through you, I would like to ask our Honorable Foreign Minister, why does not the G20 summit highlight any of the issue in the Indo-Pacific region dominated by China? India, being the president this time, should at least take some measures with other G20 members against China to curb down the aggression of the Chinese against our fellow G20 democracies. That's all.
I would like to request the foreign minister of the ruling government, Sri Rian Dev, to place his opinion regarding the question asked by the member of opposition, Srimati Tanisha Dev.
Honorable Speaker, the leader of the opposition has not done any homework on G20. China being aggressive in the Indo-Pacific region because of the following reasons are: number one, firstly, to prevent the Indian navies from dominating key sea lines of the communication, to contest the Indian claim over Indian Ocean and establish its own hegemony, to prevent US from establishing closer defense and economic ties with the states that may play against the Chinese interests.
Honorable Speaker, he can't even say hegemony. Hegemony is
Okay, I am satisfied. Any suggestion? Any suggestion from the member of the opposition?
Sir, the opposition wants to know what measures Indian government is trying to take to stop Chinese aggression in Indo-Pacific region.
Yeah. Again.
That is 2022, India has sufficient military capabilities to stand against Chinese aggression. In December 2022, Chinese patrolling forces fired to enter the LAC in the Yangtze area of Taiwan. However, Indian troops stopped encroaching on Indian territory and forced them to return to their post.
Sir, but my question is, what measures Indian government is trying to take to stop Chinese aggression in Indo-Pacific region?
To make it clear, the very session on September 9 and 10 of this year. So they can go on disclosing the very measures which they would go on taking to stop the aggression of China. So the issue can't be disclosed.
Sir, Honorable Speaker, in this winter session, we want the answer from the Indian government.
Now I request the Prime Minister of the ruling government to please place his opinion regarding the question asked by the member of opposition, Srimati Tanisha Dev.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to refer it to the Foreign Minister, please.
Okay.
About his country.
Yeah.
Can you say again the question?
talking.
Please maintain the decorum.
Unable to answer to the opposition.
That's true.
How they are ruling, sir?
What measures? What measures the ruling government is taking to suppress the aggression of China?
Out of the ideas, they are just recycling old, taking points from the 1980s. The government has rolled out a number of new.
Sir, this question is recent question. Recent 2023.
To make it clear again to the member of the opposition, such kind of measures can't be disclosed publicly. The reading session, again repeating about the session which will be held in the month of September 2023. So beforehand, the ruling government can't go on disclosing the very scheme which they are undertaking, going to undertake in order to suppress the aggression.
Honorable Speaker, as I mentioned that we want the answer in this winter session.
Honorable Speaker, I like to say that the opposition party doesn't have enough common sense to listen to the speaker and understand that it is against the rules and regulations of the parliament. I actually don't know what is worse, their complaints or their common sense. There is simultaneously questioning us, and you are already here.
Honorable Speaker, we want answer. She is changing the topic.
It is against our rules, as the Honorable Speaker mentioned that we cannot disclose it, and it will be taken. The action will be taken on September 9th, and then so please do not answer anything.
Sir, what in winter session we want the answer?
Actually, though it is going on coming to be one of the sensitive issue, that's the very reason the ruling government can't go on disclosing the scheme which they will undertake in order to suppress the aggression of China. Okay, thank you, Srimati Tanisha Ved. Now I request another member of the opposition, Srimati Ria Maisnam, to place her opinion or question to before the ruling government.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Speaker, to allow me to ask the question to the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, in the India, migration from Bangladesh, Myanmar is a common issue from the past, which led the inhabitants of India lose the opportunities of jobs and many more things. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, my question is to the Ministry of Labour and Employment. With illegal migration from Bangladesh, Myanmar have reservation in job, resulting in decrease in job opportunities for Indians. Why is the government not taking any action? That's all question.
The Minister of Labour and Employment of the ruling government, Srimati Kritika Das, to place her opinion regarding the question asked by the member of the opposition, Srimati Ria Maisnam.
Honorable Speaker, I think this question which placed by respected MP of opposition is baseless and far from truth. Honorable Speaker, the opposition's MP saying that in India migration from Bangladesh and Myanmar is a common issue from many years and it became the cause for the people of India to lose the opportunity of jobs. So, before giving the answer of this question, that I need to know from the opposition that can she give me an example of a migrated person from Bangladesh and Myanmar who got a government job in India? No, right? I don't agree with this. Honorable MP, I'm not agree with the issue placed by our opposition's MP because there is some conditions to get government jobs in India. These are number one, a candidate need to be a Indian citizens of 18 years old. Number two, he or she must produce his or her qualifications certificate from recognized institutions. Number three, the candidate must have permanent residential certificate and or domicile certificate. Number four, moreover, before the recruitment for a job, a candidate need to go through police verification. So there is no any chance for any migrated person to fulfill these conditions and get a government job in India. So I request my fellow MP that please do not misguide the people by saying such baseless questions.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable
Thank
Speaker,
you,
I just
that's
want to
it.
say that she can't state properly. I guess she has some problem. Please tell her to sit. It is like weird, sir.
Pardon? Please repeat.
Sir, she is checking, sir.
First of all, Honorable
The Honorable MP should stand properly. And second of all, the opposition party should put more effort on researching a particular topic before questioning it and making a total fool of themselves.
Right. Okay. Moving towards the next. The member of the opposition, Srimati Reshmi Acharji, to place her question before the ruling government.
Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I will like to ask a question to the Minister of Labour and Employment. Why the growth of unemployment is so high in India? And why the government create enough employment schemes in India? And there is also a question that what the government planning to do about it? Thank you.
The Labour and Employment Minister of the ruling government, Srimati Kritika Das, to place her answer regarding question asked by the member of opposition, Srimati Reshmi Acharji.
So yeah, the employment rate is increasing day by day. The way you said it is because of the overpopulation of our India. We cannot provide this much employment to this all people. It is all for the population of the India. Still, we have taken several steps to solve the unemployment problems in the country. Number one, opening vocational and employment of elementary school in villages which create employment opportunities. Earlier, peoples were involved in primary sectors only, but now they have better employment opportunities in other sectors also. Number two, our government also advancing loans to establish small scale units to manufacture small, which creates employment opportunities. Number three, through the NREGA in village areas, our government have given the guarantee of 100 days of wage employment. Number four, government also launched schemes like Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana and Swam Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana for providing employment to the educated youth in the urban area. So these are the steps taken by the government of India to solve the employment problems. Thank you.
I would like to state that one of the measures taken by the government, that is the government's mega budget presented in February 2022, was failed to generate employment. What was the reason behind the failure of that measure? Can I get an explanation on this?
I request again the Labour and Employment Minister of the ruling government, Srimati Kritika Das, to please place her answer to the question asked by the member, the leader of the opposition.
So this question is baseless too. This incident just happened a bit earlier, and we have to take time to overcome our failures. And still, as I mentioned, we are taking many steps to give employments to the unemployed peoples of our country, and as the employment rate has increased from before. So that's it, and I have already mentioned all the points that our government is taking. That's it, thank you.
Though the government is taking measures, the unemployment rate, which was 7.8% during March 2023, has increased to 8.11% in April. The measures taken by the government is
The
not
very issue
important.
about which you are speaking is not mentioned here. Sorry. The very issue about which you are mentioning here is not mentioned. That means it's not mentioned here. So moving forward, Now I like to request the member of the opposition, Srimati Ichelaima Haidem, to place her question before the ruling government.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. With your permission, I would like to ask the question to Honorable Prime Minister about regarding reservation. If reservation is about creating a level playing field, why do we need it after a certain point? So,
So,
as we
to
know,
make it clear, when is that certain point?
Yes,
Why
sir.
do we need it after a certain point? That means when that certain point will start?
After 10 years.
After 10 years. So,
Sir, as we know, it was designed only for only for 10 years, but it has been 70 years and more. So, what basis are we observing seats for certain castes? If caste is a permanent attribute and neither it can change, so what is the basis?
now I like to request the Prime Minister of the ruling government to please place your opinion regarding the question asked by the member of the opposition, Srimati Ichelaima Haide.
Honorable Speaker, I think the opposition party might have not researched on this particular topic because the constitution guarantees reservation of seats for backward classes. So the government is not more than the constitution. So, but we have taken several.
Making it clear, none is above the constitution.
Yeah, none is above the constitution, but still the government is working on improving the conditions of economically weaker sections, for which the government has introduced a new category of EWS, which guarantees 10% reservation for the people belonging to economically weaker sections.
Okay, I am completely satisfied. Moving. The member of the opposition, Sri Rajiv Singha, to place his question before the ruling government.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving the opportunity to raise a question. So my question is on the Transport Minister of our country. Can I ask the question, please?
Yeah, you are
Yes.
permitted.
So my question is that it is regret to say that the major road accident occurred in our country is the prime cause of poor road condition. Dismissed.
We have discussed. So, no need to discuss a very topic twice.
Not the speaker, but they should at least listen to their own party. They just forgot that the opposition party has already mentioned
Okay.
this question.
So please maintain. Now I like to request the member of the opposition, Srimati Thohinbi Devi, to place her question before the ruling government.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving the opportunities to raise question to the ruling government of Railway Minister. May I?
Yeah, you are permitted.
When it comes to rail safety, why is India very poor? Why the board Indian trade food of railway station is unfit for human consumption? An official report said the annual audit report said checks on 80 trains and at 74 stations had found that some food was contaminated. It was unhygienic for the passengers, while package and bottle items were past their expiry dates. Whether any special plan is in the offering to upgrade the standard of railway station? That's it. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I would like to answer the question raised by the opposition. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India certification from designated food safety officers of railways. Each catering unit has been made mandatory to ensure compliance of food safety. To maintain food safety, the railways have developed food safety supervisors at kitchen units. The railway minister is trying to provide fresh food for the passenger in the train. For the purpose, 14 canteens have been imposed on the railway. Not only this, we are also trying to provide pure water in all compartments. This effort is going on by the side of the government. That's all.
Please.
Sir, not only about food, it's about the infrastructure of railway. Why the railway ministry is not taking actions upon improving railway infrastructure, as it was reported 35 rail accidents in the year of 2021-2022 and 45 rail accidents in the year of 2022 and 23. Why is it happening, sir?
Again, I request the Railway Minister, Srimati Dolly Das, to place her opinion regarding the question asked by Srimati Thoihanvi Devi.
Honorable Speaker, the BJP government published an infographic on its 48-month portal making 3 claims about improving safety in Indian railways. This is a fact check of their claims. The first claim is that 2017 to 18 is the best every year of safety record for railways.
After every
Yeah.
Indian Railways have taken several key measures, as a result of which the number of consequential
every accident happen every year. The government said that they will do the best to improve the railway infrastructure, railway tracks, but the accident is increasing year by year. Just a few moments ago, the opposition party mentioned that we should maintain decorum. Now they are here, violating the rules and regulations of the parliament and not maintaining proper discipline. Sir, it is not about this air accident. It's about every accident. After accident, the government said that they will do the best to make the infrastructure of railway station.
Sir, I think the opposition party is very useless, because during their ride they did not do anything for the development of the country, and even acting as a opposition. They are working like a baseless opposition. They have raised baseless allegations. And even
Yes, sir. Please tell them to leave. Sir, tell them to please keep quiet, means please keep the manners and discipline.
Okay,
First
okay.
of all, the opposition party should learn how to speak properly. They should know how to take about in everything, in every topic. Do you say common sense? Do you ever have a common sense? Do you ever have a common sense that you talk in every topic about common sense, common sense?
I request all the members to maintain silence.
I asked about the accident. The topic has been changed. It was you who changed the topic. You started shouting like this. That's why you should maintain decorum. No, look at your MPs. They are shouting. They are clapping. Get it over. You just stay quietly. Keep going. Don't you know how to shut up? You can't talk in this way. You can't talk in this way.
the opposition party.
I request all the members of the parliament to maintain the record.
Sir, they only
To
cheated.
maintain the record,
Sir, they
you
have
please
cheated.
sit down. You just maintain the record of the. Now the question hour session is over.
Sir,
Question hour session is over. Now I announce the dissolvement of the first summer session of the parliament.
we are not agree. Sir, you totally changed the topic, sir. Yes, sir.
Who has changed the topic?
Sir, we want justice, sir. We want justice in our
The opposition party is so out of touch with reality. The opposition party is so out of touch with reality. They think that a government shutdown is a good way to save money. And that's exactly what the opposition party wants.
They would do anything to get elected.
If you have any solutions, then you want fixed funds for becoming Is it a way to talk in the parliament? So what are you doing? You just mentioned we should maintain discipline and you are shouting like a complete idiot.
Okay, that is it. That is it. The session has been dissolved. Everyone,
You
silence.
are always going to criticize.
Just shut up the mic. Shut up.
I asked about only railway.
Priyanshu, take the mic. Shut it down. The parliamentary session is over.
Stop it and take it to work as a government.
All right. Back to your friendships. Listen to me, students. Students, the session has been over, and now, according to the plan, our Honorable President will make his address to the Parliament. Honorable President of the House.
For today, so Parliament is over, the session is over for this day. Thank you, thanks to all.
Thank you so much, Principal Sir, for allowing the session dissolvement. That is it, students. I hope you enjoyed, and I'd like to thank every member, our chief guest, our guest of honor, for being here and making this event a successful one. I would especially like to thank our Principal Sir for organizing such an event. It is the first of its kind, and it has been successful. So congratulations to all of you.